think Bruno is like Karthik, like you said, unparalleled, the best signing of the last 4 years, and not just because, and honestly, really little because he's fucking good at football. It's because he's such a leader, man. Like if the ball doesn't get played well, he's like, dude, what the hell was that? And if someone's not making the right runs, he's holding them accountable. And he's not just shouting at them. He's, like Vishnu said, he's the one running back at 119 minutes into the game and being like, dude, I'm running back and I'm going to make sure that we win this ball. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the East of Stretford podcast. And today is a big day because we've gone 15 games unbeaten, dude. That is fucking insane. We've just beaten Brighton and Hove Albion 3-0 very convincingly. I unfortunately missed that game because it went till 3 a.m. But the boys on here didn't. What's up, Vishnu and Karthik?
What's up, dude? What's up? Still very disappointed you missed the game because me and Karthik were literally begging, pleading you to like, put your fucking put your sleep cycle away and watch the game.
Yeah, dude, you missed some great fucking to begin with, you missed some proper United quality football, and you missed some fucking A-class banter. That shit was it was insane. So yeah, I mean, dude, like it was a good night. It was a good night, which Arman unfortunately had to miss.
And just for the people who are watching as well, Arman said he told us on the group chat that he did not want any spoilers from us. He he muted us on the group. He did everything he wanted to.
We even spoke on a different chat, bro. Like we didn't even
and then just for the courtesy, me and Karthik got a separate chat and then we were like talking shit about it together. Yeah. And then here you are in the morning, you're like, yo, dude, like I saw the score by accident. The fuck is that about?
Dude, it is not my fault that fucking Google showed me the score, man. I didn't want to see it. I dedicated 2 hours of my day to watch it like it was live, and I couldn't. Okay. And that was a fucking sad moment.
Right,
but
we'll give you a pass.
If you want to see some of that banter that Karthik was talking about, check out our fucking Instagram page. But today, we're talking about us fucking crushing Sheffield. And I'm going to leave it more to the boys because, like they said, they watched the game and I just watched the highlights. Karthik, dude, let's start with you, bro. What did you think of the game, man? Like, how did we play? Did our boys step up? It was crazy that we had Bruno play 120.
Yeah.
Maguire played 120 and Shaw played 120. How did we hold up?
Dude, I was scared. I was honestly scared. I thought Bruno couldn't, Bruno would be extremely exhausted. But dude, I don't know what that guy is made of, man. He was just absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, I have not seen class like that. I mean, I think now we can definitely say that Bruno was like probably a best transfer in the last 3-4 years. Like, I think he's been top class for us. And I think there were so many talking points from yesterday's game, bro. Like I was telling Vishnu as well. I feel like, with every game, we are stepping up in quality. Like it's not, leaving aside the Norwich game maybe, but that wasn't our first team. So, but considering our first team from like the Spurs game to the Sheffield game and now to the Brighton game, like each game we just played better. And in the Brighton game especially, like every department on the field, they were completely on point. Right from our forwards, our attacking play, our midfield, I think was definitely the highlight. And defense and De Gea, like the 2-3 chances that Brighton actually had, like good chances. Dude, he was there, man. DDG was there. So yeah, it was great, dude, to see everyone perform. No one really make any mistakes. Martial and Rashford were kind of quiet during the game, but Rashford, I get it. I still think we need to give him some time. Martial, he for me played a relatively better game than the one he played in Norwich. So yeah, I mean, dude, there's so much to talk about. Like I'm just going on a fucking rant now. Like you guys need to like direct.
He is going on a rant. Let's fucking shut him up.
Yeah.
So Vishnu, dude, what did you think of the game, bro? How did we play?
Dude, we we played like a vintage 09, 08, 09 team. Like it reminded me a lot of Alex Ferguson's, the treble times when we were just like bossing everyone around. The way we attacked the ball, the way we were hungry for every possession. Like the first half, I think we had about 71% possession, which is ridiculous. And it's amazing what these guys are capable of, and like why we haven't. It's Bruno's magic, dude. As soon as he's like joined the team, we've been like a completely different squad. I don't think we've lost yet when Bruno's played. So that's another stat to like really think about, because he's completely revolutionized the team. He's shouting instructions from like the defense, the midfield, and this guy's fitness levels are on some next level shit, man, at this moment. Because like, how can you play 120 minutes? And even if you've noticed in that Norwich game, the 120th minute, he was running back towards defense.
Yeah.
And he ran 7.3 kilometers that match, which is the most in the game. And just 3 or 4 days later, he's back again starting and performing at his level best. So his fitness levels are on next level, and he's just been brilliant, dude, to watch. We totally dominated yesterday's game as well. Every chance we got, every chance we got, we made sure that like we were pushing towards for attack all the time. We weren't like wandering in the middle. We weren't like passing the ball, just to like keep hold of it. Like there's no holding. Matic's position was quite crucial because like he didn't have a lot to do yesterday as well. Like as soon as he got the ball, he released it into the center. He just passed it on to Pogba. Take it over, man. Like, my job here is done. And this is the United we always wanted to see.
Yeah, I think Bruno is like, Kartik, like you said, unparalleled, the best signing of the last 4 years. And not just because, and honestly, really little because he's fucking good at football. It's because he's such a leader, man. Like, if the ball doesn't get played well, he's like, dude, what the hell was that? And if someone's not making the right runs, he's holding them accountable. And he's not just shouting at them. He's, like Vishnu said, he's the one running back at 119 minutes into the game and being like, dude, I'm running back and I'm going to make sure that we win this ball. And we were playing shit, and he was the only one who was putting that kind of effort. And he's our best player doing that. That's like Roy Keane level shit. And that's why we should be excited, because he's a captain now for us. Like, Maguire's the captain, but yeah, he is also a captain because he fucking leads by example. And I watched the game, like the highlights. He was getting into dangerous positions all the time. It was just beautiful. But I want to talk about Mason Greenwood. Dude, Vishnu, do we need Jadon Sancho? Like, this dude is fucking insane, man. Like, now I'm thinking, like, maybe we don't need this guy.
Yeah, this is exactly what I told Kartik as well yesterday. And we were just like, yo, this guy is phenomenal with the ball at that, like, attacking right wing position. And by the way he's playing, he's already scored like 6 league. I think he's got more goals than Ronaldo did in his first season, his first full season with United. And he's bossing it, dude. I think he's got 14 goals in total this year, which he's like almost keeping up with the ranks of Martial and Rashford without even playing as many games. So this little phenom is being dangerous, dude. Little quick stat as well. With him starting as whenever he started this year in that right wing position in all competitions, he's played 9 games. He scored 8 goals and 3 assists. And like, this is what we've been missing. We go week in and week out talking shit about Dan James and like how he's been that little weak link. We have the solution right there, and we're not utilizing it. And this is why Mason Greenwood needs to start a lot more games. I think Ollie's kind of realized that as well, and he's like started in the last 3 games. So I see a trend happening that at least till the end of this season, this is what's going to happen. Dude, even like his first goal, like as soon as he touched the ball, we knew he was going to score. As soon as he grabbed that ball outside, like from the pass of, I think it was Wan-Bissaka. Once he's collected the ball from Wan-Bissaka, he made that little incision into the left-hand side and then did like 4 step overs in like 2 seconds, buries it. And then the goalkeeper had no idea what was coming, when he was going to take a shot, which foot he was going to use to take a shot. So this little guy is our success story this year. Like, this is what academy players are capable of in Man United. And it's a dream come true, man. Like, we need to start this guy more.
And,
I don't know.
And that's
we'll give
the
him
big thing, bro. That's the big thing. Like, when he's running at you in a defender, you don't know if he's going right or left because he can go fucking both ways. Like, dude, Karthik, what did you think about his performance, man? Like, I agree with Vishnu so much, saying that right wing now we have menaces on both sides in
Yeah,
Rashford and Greenwood. What did you think, bro?
definitely, dude. I mean, I was telling Vishnu as well yesterday, like if he consistently continues to perform this way, he could be better than Rashford in probably a year or two.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's got a significant amount of talent, and like the last 3 4 years when you were struggling to find a fucking right winger, we were the entire time bringing up someone to our academy. I mean, that's just like in a way, it's kind of a beautiful story. So I think it's great, dude. I mean, especially his performance yesterday was when Vishnu told me like I don't even think we need Sancho. I'm also like I'm almost convinced. I just want to see him perform the way he did the same way he performed yesterday in a big game, like in the Chelsea game that's coming up or in the Leicester game that we have at the end of the season. So I think these two games will definitely decide how crucial Greenwood is for us, and if he can actually be and fill that right wing position for us. Like Arman, you keep saying like he's only a year younger than Sancho. So if we already have that right wing issue solved right now, then yeah, we don't have to go for Sancho. But I'm still not completely convinced that But hands down, dude, he was definitely incredible yesterday. I have not seen the moment he got the ball, the moment a defender gives him at least that 2 yards of space, bro, that's a mistake. He's gonna destroy you. Like you cannot give that. And dude, the way he turns with the ball, like it's incredible. Like even his touches, the way he just gets rid of defenders so easily, like which Dan James cannot do. He doesn't know how to control the ball, how to pivot at the right time, how to like lose a defender. So yeah, dude, like that's what it is. So yeah, I think he is definitely one of our he's a gem. I think we need to make sure that we keep him as with us as long as possible.
My thing on Greenwood is that I've not seen him play a bad game. I've seen him play games where he was maybe a little bit more distant, but every time he gets the ball, he controls it and he's fucking like you're scared because he can do something and he can drive at you. And Jadon Sancho, like we're gonna be spending 100 million. I'm not completely convinced too because Jadon Sancho would give us insane depth. But if we bring in like with 100 million, 2 to 3 attackers, or even 2 attackers who are fucking high quality, maybe that gives us even a different kind of depth.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I think we need a
No,
way.
I think you
Go
raise a
ahead.
really good point because the one thing that Mason Greenwood has that other players don't, people haven't seen much of him. He's unpredictable. But that's why I want to I'm also about 80% convinced that, he could be a good player. But then I want to see him in those tense positions. I want to see him, have a bad game and then see how he comes back from it. And because people will figure you out eventually. People couldn't figure out Rashford when he started out, like where his power, his swift movements, his pace. People couldn't figure him out. But then this is what the Premier League does best: they adapt to these kind of situations, and that's yet to be seen of people adapting to Greenwood because he just looks like an unstoppable force right now. But when that happens, I want to see how he reacts to it, what new strategy he pulls in, and I'm convinced that Sancho can do this already. But then if we want to save that 80 to 100 million that we're trying to spend on him, and if we think Greenwood's the guy, we've got to see a little bit more than like what we're talking about now.
Yeah, completely agreed. Completely agreed.
Yep.
We need more data. But it's just awesome to see. On one wing, we have a Man United fan, Rashford, who's going to be with us probably for his entire career, and we have Greenwood upcoming, who could also be a superstar, who could be with us for the next 10 years or his whole career as well. So we're like fucking set. The next point, the next really big player that everyone's singing praises of. There's a picture of him sipping a cup of coffee this morning that is going viral. Nemanja Matic was excellent yesterday. He had a pass that led to the counterattack for Bruno's goal and Greenwood's assist, which we didn't mention yet, which was fucking beautiful, dude. Vishnu, is he our fucking CDM? Is he the one?
Dude, I think we thought at the start of maybe about 4 or 5 months ago when we were still playing before the halt, we thought that Matic's career was over. We were like, yo, this guy's gonna go, he's gonna get sold out. And then he signed a 1-year deal, extension deal, remember that? And once that happened, we're like, yo, what the fuck is Ole thinking? What's happening? And now with this sudden appearance, like I think Matic just like gone super sane out of nowhere. Played for the last 5 games that he started, like we've only conceded 1 goal, and that's ridiculous. As a holding midfielder, defensive position, he just connects all the dots. Like this is what yesterday what we were saying as well is that when we've lost the ball, like especially when we've done a bad pass and when we lost the ball, we rush in groups to retrieve that ball back as soon as possible. And I saw Matic doing this a lot. And his performance was actually really, really strong yesterday because he was acting like the fifth defender. And we also, in the same time, we had 3 midfielders as well. So his positioning was pinpoint. He'd get the ball from Maguire, he'd get the ball from Wan-Bissaka or Luke Shaw. He'll just whip it across. If he sees an opening, he'll go down to Rashford or Greenwood. Or if he doesn't see an opening, he passes the ball on to Bruno or Pogba and just goes like, do your thing, man. Just like get it over with because he's done his job. It's spectacular, dude. I like this positioning. But I feel like if Pogba and Bruno, one of them don't play, I don't think Matic should either, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Karthik, before going to you, I wanted to say, dude, some pundit, I forgot who it was, he said that Matic was slow at the start of the season because Mourinho ran his ass to the ground. Like if you guys remember, every game, every minute, even when Matic was fucking struggling and playing awful, Matic was on the field. And then he went to the World Cup and played every minute and hard for Serbia. So he just, like, people are saying, like, this pundit said, he just needed that rest, and now the dude is back. And now he can be actually Nemanja Matic. So what do you think, Karthik?
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, we're seeing that defensive, the CDM in him, like the awareness that he has suddenly coming. Now you see how well Matic understands the game. Like obviously he's got so much experience, dude. He's one of our probably one of our most experienced players. He's played for Chelsea, and the Chelsea Matic was kind of the Matic we also wanted to see when he came to United. But that didn't happen because I guess he didn't have the right team. I think this goes back to Vishnu also saying that if Pogba Bruno doesn't play, Matic shouldn't play. I sort of agree with that. I sort of don't because agreed with having more quality in front of you gives you more confidence. But I think Matic has started to find his confidence now, and that he is, I think, he should be our first choice CDM from here onwards because that midfield trio is just, dude. I think it's solid. I think this can, if next season if we have the exact same midfield, dude, we can definitely contend for the title, dude.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I think we have a very, very strong midfield. I mean, maybe we're jumping the gun too soon, but dude, also, yeah, man. I mean, Matic we're seeing that awareness in him again. Like, he's one of the players who understands the game so well. That counter attack is the best example, bro. He just knew where Greenwood was. He just knew. It was incredible.
Dirty.
It was solid United. It was classic United, bro. Like, I loved it. Everything about it. Like, that was my favorite goal. Maybe my favorite goal this season, actually.
Yeah, dude, it was just such a beautiful counterattack. But dude, speaking of title and top 4 hopes, just for everybody who's watching, right now, Leicester are losing to Everton 2-0. And it's 30 minutes into the game. So let's go. But we won't go into that. The next big thing is, and let's just touch on this briefly. Rashford had another poor game. Martial was a bit quiet. Anything to read into this, Karthik? Or should we just he's been out for 6 months or a few months. He's gonna get back soon.
Yeah, he's coming back from a tough injury, dude. So is Pogba. I know people are gonna make that comparison between Rashford, like Pogba is doing so well, why is Rashford? But Rashford is a different kind of player. He's way more dependent on his pace and his ball control, his finishing. I think it's gonna take him maybe 1 or 2 games because it's not like he's been playing bad. I think he's been playing really well. Like, it's just that the expectation has been set so high considering the game he played before he got injured, like the way he was playing before he got injured, that it's gonna take some time. But I see him coming back. He just needs to find his finishing touch, dude, and I think that'll come back. And I think we just need to be patient. Martial for me yesterday was, I mean, he was quiet, agreed. He might feel like he had a bad game, but he wasn't. In the Norwich game, what annoyed me was he was never making those runs, or he wasn't really getting into the right positions. He seemed a little lazy and a little lethargic. That wasn't the case yesterday. He was still where he needed to be. He just wasn't getting the right balls, maybe. Or Bruno did a lot of the work as well, so he didn't have that much to do yesterday. But I think that just happens, dude. When you have so much quality in a team, like one day someone could be performing at their highest, the next day it could be someone else. I think that's what it was. I don't think Martial performed badly at all. I don't. He didn't make any mistakes. He just didn't get the ball that much.
Yeah, I mean, we can't. Our strikers, especially when like other players are like Bruno and Mason Greenwood taking the spotlight, we can't still. No, there's no reason to you degrade like how they've played as well. I think Martial did. Uh, he didn't actually like his runs were great, but then we weren't feeding him the ball at all because we're already scoring from the other side. So I think like at the end of the day, the team aspect is more important. Rashford similarly as well. He's coming back from a long injury, so we can. I think he's excusable. Yesterday he had a nasty tackle as well, and then once that happened, I was like, oh shit, not again, not again, not again, and I was terribly scared for him. But yeah, I understand. If we're feeling that way, imagine a player who's been sitting out like for 4 or 5 months and then suddenly comes back in. I think he just needs to find his groove again. Just like I think Rashford's just one game away from continuously scoring every game. And this is regardless, like that's the depth, like squad depth that we have right now without even Rashford and Martial scoring. We've got other guys chipping in with like valuable goals. And we're still holding on to like our clean sheets. And yeah, at the end of the day, that's more important for me.
Agreed. And I think overall, beautiful game. We win 3-0, 15 games unbeaten. We're fucking going for that top four. Um, so another big thing in the news, Angel Gomez's contract has officially expired. And yeah, Greenwood, I guess, gave a
Yeah.
shout out to Mr. Angel Gomez. But you know, I'm not sad. Like I wouldn't play him anyway. I don't see where he fits into this squad. I don't see like a real need for him, to be honest. And it just seems like he's always like putting up a fit. I've never seen a game where I was like, whoa, Angel Gomez is fucking good. But the difference is when Greenwood came on, I've seen him and been like, whoa. And Tahith Chong, sometimes I've seen him and been like, whoa. But I've never been like, whoa for Angel Gomez. Vishnu, what are your thoughts on this one, man?
I don't know, man. I think that's a bit early to say. Like, dude, this kid has only represented us in 2 games, and I feel like we gave Dan James a lot more of a window to just be like, all right, maybe he will settle into his role and stuff. I just feel like, yeah, I agree with you that I don't know where we'll play him now. There's no, like, I don't, there is no, he's an AMC mostly as well. And with Bruno and Pogba already, like, focused in that positioning, I don't see a spot for Angel Gomez either. But I am sad to see him leave. It's always like a United, he's a graduate, an academy graduate, and he was shown promise. And Ole also said that, I haven't heard anything from the kid, he like, so maybe he's not getting his, like, maybe he wants more first team action and we're not ready to give it to him right now. So I think that's why he's departing. So I don't, I do feel bad because I feel like it could have been something. Because look at our like academy graduates right now. We've got like McTominay, we've got Rashford, we got Greenwood, we've got
Pogba,
yeah, we've got Pogba, we've got like Lingard because
Williams.
he gets an honorary mention, and
Mhm.
all these guys are still like in the squad, kicking it really well, and they're like progressing towards like their advanced careers, and like it's sad to see that Gomez might not be a part of that anymore. And also breaking news, I think Frank Lampard yesterday said that they're not interested in Gomez.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the fuck he's gonna go. Yeah.
Karthik, I don't know, dude. Like he just doesn't impress me, man. Like he has all these little touches. Like he always seems like he's being a busybody when he comes on the field, but like nothing comes of it, man. Like it's just like, dude, you're touching the ball, you're doing this, but you're not really making an impact. So for me, it's like I find that there's so many other areas that we can go to. What do you think about this Angel Gomez thing?
Dude, I definitely think he's a talented player, but I don't think I'm that sad to see him go either. Mainly because I do agree with you, Arman, that I've not, whenever he's come and played for us, he hasn't really nothing's really come off whatever he was supposedly capable of doing. Like, I do feel like to a certain level he was also a little hyped up because, dude, if he was that good, I'm sure Ollie would have given him more of a chance. I mean, he's seen other academy graduates that have actually come out like Greenwood and McTominay. McTominay was Mourinho, but whatever. Like there were so many managers too who could have played him, but they chose not to. So I think there's a reason there, and I think him going to a different club is probably a good thing for him because I'm sure he's a talented player. I just haven't seen enough of him to like completely be convinced with that statement. But I'm sure he's got a lot of skill and talent. I think if Chelsea are not interested, I'm sure he'll find a different club where he could probably get more playing time and probably cultivate his skills more. Like right now with United, staying at United, he's probably not going to get an opportunity to play. So I think in a way this is good for him and good for the club. So I think it's time that he probably goes to maybe like a Leicester or like a Wolves maybe. He could do well there. Like it could be like his.
I don't know. I think he doesn't even make it there, to be honest. Like he needs to go down even lower. And I think the really good point that you brought up is he made his debut in 2016-2017 season.
Yeah.
That was his first game. We're now in 2019-2020, and he's played 3 total games, 2 of which were probably substitutes.
Yeah.
That says something, dude. That this season was less because he was running out his contract and we were probably playing some shit with him. But I don't know. For me, that says something. He's been in the first team squad for 3 years. You've only played 3 games. So I don't know. I'm not sad to see him go. Good luck to him. It's hard being an 18-year-old, being a footballer. He's fucking amazing, but I'm not sad to see him go. Last point, boys. We didn't plan for this, but we're playing Bournemouth on Saturday. And Bournemouth are being hit with so much shit. They have financial problems. They don't know if Eddie Howe's going to stay. Ryan Fraser, their best player, ran out his contract and he's not even playing. Quick score predictions. Karthik, you go first. 5. You're going to have to say it because it doesn't switch to your screen unless you speak.
5-0. Sorry. That shit. 5-0.
5-0. That's a big one.
I think so, dude. I mean, but depends if Ollie decides to play the first team. If not the first team, then I think it'll be like a 3-3. I think we'll let a goal in. I think it'll be like 3-1.
Look at us, dude. Riding high. Like every game is like 3-0, 4-0, no doubt. Vishnu, what do you think, bro?
I think we're gonna score 3 at least. So I'm not sure if we'll concede, but I'm just for the benefit of the doubt, because we haven't conceded in like 2 games, so I'm gonna say 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to concede, to be honest. I really love Brooks on Bournemouth. I hope we bring him to United. Like, he is such a fucking talent. But I think, other than that, with Fraser out, who I think is overrated, but I still think they're lacking. All they have is Josh King right now. So I think they're not going to score. We've been solid at the back. I'm saying 3-0 as well.
They're losing right now. They're losing 2-0 to Newcastle as we speak. So
in 40 minutes.
Yeah, in 40 minutes. It's not doing great.
Dude, even the Brighton game, like honestly, like Dan James like fucked up like 2 chances where we could have easily been like at least 1 or 2 goals up. It could have been a 4-0, 5-0 game. But he did like seriously mess up like 2 chances because
I didn't even know he came on.
Yeah, he came on. Ollie made subs by the 70th minute, like all 5 subs were out, right? 75th minute.
Yeah.
Dude, Dan James should not be in the squad. I've kind of been saying that since early, but now I'm pushing it.
I'm sorry, Dan, but
I love you, Dan James. You seem like a great dude, but sorry.
He panics, dude. He doesn't have it in him yet to play for a big club.
But let's end it there before we go too much on a tangent. Thank you all for tuning in to another East of Stretford podcast. And we're going to be coming back at you with more lives. Bournemouth on Saturday. We're going to be live, right? We're going to be live?
Yeah, we're going to be live.
Yeah.
Saturday. It's before your bedtime, Arman. Yeah. So, you have no excuse.
Get over just exactly when you have to go.
Yeah.
Dude, if we went live, I would have been there. Okay? Like, stop this bullshit.
Hey, there's no secret, Karthik. We should probably just start doing this now.
Yeah, that's fine with me, dude. That's fine with me. If we're live, I'm there. But yeah, so check us out there. We have a good fucking little squad that joins us for all our live games. So be there. We talk a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of banter. Be there with us. Like us on Instagram. There's also a lot of really good stuff we're putting out there with really good conversation. Join in the conversation, man. We love talking to you guys. So get in those comments and let's start talking. Thank you everybody again for listening and see you in the next one.
Peace.